I think that Workhorse stock is WallStreetBets' next target. Let's talk about why I think this could happen, how it could happen, and where I think the stock price could be going in a matter of days, weeks, and maybe even this month. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video like this. Check out our WeBull link if you guys want to pick up some free stocks with WeBull, and check out our Patreon link if you guys want to join our private Discord. But other than that, guys, let's get right into this video. Alrighty guys, here we are with Workhorse stock. As many of you know, this is a stock that is starting to see a peak in interest here on WallStreetBets and on a variety of different forums going on just in the past couple of weeks and even the last month. We also know, of course, this stock is heavily shorted, therefore being a very likely target of course, WallStreetBets. Let's hop into the price action that we saw on yesterday, or today rather, intraday trading session of June 30th. We're sitting at $16.59 a share, down about 3.55% today alone. We'll get into more of the price action here in just a little bit in the later part of this video. But for now, we're going to talk about this article here because I think it's something that I want to talk about concerning the Reddit gang, as they describe it in the article, of course. But also, too, this goes back to my main point in saying that I think WallStreetBets may be targeting this stock, and it might be the next possible stock. Possible, of course. This is all speculation. Please, guys, take this with a grain of salt. This is all speculation. Do your own research. Do your own due diligence before investing in any company. And of course, this is not financial advice. But I want to talk about this because I think this is important, and I think WallStreetBets may be targeting Workhorse. So let's jump into this article here and take a look and see what they have to say. So, Workhorse jumps as Reddit gang is talking about it again. Interesting. This article was posted June 29th, so it's only about a day old from the day of making this video. Let's read a little bit more. Investing.com Workhorse Group Inc. rose more than 8% in pre-market trading Tuesday as the electric truck maker remains a topic of discussion in the Reddit forum that have boosted the so-called meme stocks. One user exhorted investors to hold the stock until it hits $100, while another called it our future Apple. Another predicted it will hit $100 by the end of this month. The stock closed at $16.96 Monday. Kind of a weird little piece of sarcasm there. They were kind of trying to throw people under the bus with. Interesting nonetheless. Anyways, the Cincinnati-based truck manufacturer entered the league of meme stocks last month, and after buzzing for a few days went low-key, but the Reddit followers are up to discussing the stock again, talking about it being heavily shorted. While there was no news or update from the company, the recent rally, including today's, is a counter to the shorts. Many of the online trading forum members discussed U.S. Postal Service $6 billion order with Oshkosh Corporation to make next-generation electric postal delivery vehicles. Workhorse has taken UPS to court challenging the decision. Again, guys, I want to be really clear with this, with the court case and discussion and everything. Again, I would not hold out on that because, again, the court always favors, usually the court favors, as far as business decisions go, in the decision or in towards the way of a person who, it's qualifications, really. That's what matter, guys. And unfortunately, Workhorse just was not able to make the cut, and they can't, the courts, as much as they can battle here, the court is likely not going to overturn the decision. Again, they might. Keep that in mind. Always be aware. Limit your risk. You guys know the drill. You know what we're talking about. But I'm just saying, with the overall court battle, that's not something that I personally am holding out on as far as the future is concerned. Now, going back to the main part of this, that WallStreetBets is, of course, discussing this stock. I want to hop in here to Swaggy Stocks real quick. This is a great way of figuring out just what overall sentiment is looking at. So let's pull up Workhorse here. And as you can see here, it has dropped off a little bit, but you can see this little bit of an uptick here. There's a bit of a resurgence kind of, and we're kind of starting to go in a positive direction as far as this overall sentiment graph goes. So that is something that of course, the article highlights and talks about. And this is why I am also talking about too, the fact that there could be some volatility and even further price action, maybe in the positive direction. We'll have to see, of course, with Workhorse. And this is something that why I have a little bit of money in it, just kind of as a lottery play, just for something to, if something happens, and that's the way I look at with most of these meme stocks, as lottery plays. I have a little bit of money in them that I'm not afraid to lose. It's not much, but it's enough where, I would make a little bit of a gain if these stocks ended up skyrocketing, and that's kind of the way I look at it. Now, let's hop into the price action here, and we'll discuss a little bit more, of course, why I think everything that I'm talking about right now has it holds some real water. I think it holds some real weight. And I really am looking forward to seeing what else happens further. But let's hop into the 1 day, 1 minute chart just to recap on today's trading session. Workhorse opening
crazy drop in price here, down to about $16.11. I guess it's not that crazy when you compare it to what it opened at, but still, nonetheless, drop in price. Had a full recovery, pretty much getting all the way back up to those levels, and then unfortunately could not hold very well at those support, and just continue to kind of grind down lower and lower. Tried to finish off strong in the kind of pre or after hours into after hours here, but unfortunately just kind of went like that. Had a really interesting candle right here, a flash crash down to 1605 and immediately recovery back to 1654. Very interesting what happened there. We also had an RSI spike right here at the end of the day, which is also very interesting. Tells me maybe there might be some type of whale purchasing or just large share buying, something like that could be driving these prices and this weird fluctuation that we're seeing on the 1-day 1-minute chart. Could be market manipulation too, but of course, there's no real way that I can prove that, unfortunately. So let's plot to the 20-day. As you can see here, overall, we are on kind of a bit of an uptrend here. We do see where Workhorse begins the day with these large pumps, and we've been seeing that quite a bit recently with Workhorse, and that's something to take note of if you're more of a day trader or swing trader, is the way this stock moves. And that's what I always like to talk about with my own personal strategy, is when I trade stocks, I like to trade one stock for a certain amount of time to kind of analyze and understand how the stock moves, because you can find a lot of similarities in patterns, especially the way the stock moves, especially too if there's retail sentiment backing up that movement. That's another really key point that I like to look for. Let's pull out to the 180-day chart here. And as you can see, this was quite some time ago. This was back when they didn't get the contract for that postal service job. The only reason, in my opinion, that Workhorse was moving so well for most of the year or most of the months here back here in 2020 was purely because of that postal service contract that a lot of people were holding out on and expecting. And then, of course, unfortunately, when it hit up about here at the all-time high, about $42.96, massive crash below. Unfortunately, probably on that news, of course, as we all know. And now, of course, we're just kind of trading down these levels. So the real question is, will this recover all the way? Could we see a possible short squeeze in the coming future? Once again, retail sentiment. Retail sentiment drives all of these meme stocks. Retail sentiment drives price action on these types of stocks. And as long as WallStreetBets continues to talk about this, and we see that graph that we looked at on Swaggy stocks just a little bit ago continue to go in an upward direction, I think there could be some real potential here. But again, this is a patience game. And I've talked about this in a previous video. I talked about this in all the videos. It's a patience game with a lot of these stocks. People who are bag holders, especially bag holders at these levels, right? And they're holding out on a short squeeze to maybe either get them back in the positive or to save them or to even take them further. Again, it's a patience game. It's going to take a little bit of time, and even then it might not even happen. A lot of this is speculations. So, and that's why it's so important to limit your risk to these very speculative plays like this, especially heavily shorted plays. But the heavily shorted plays, once again, can be possible targets for short squeezes, and we have to remember that. We have to be aware of that. Again, as far as Workhorse goes, we haven't seen a lot of crazy momentum yet. A lot of upward momentum, and we've seen here where we got this nice little big jump in price here. But again, there hasn't been anything super substantial. So that's something I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on. I hope you guys are as well. Make sure to like the video. And other than that, guys, that is pretty much it for Workhorse.
Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video like this. Check out our WeBull link if you guys want to get some free stocks with WeBull, and check out our Patreon link if you guys want to get access to our private Discord. But other than that, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.